Hey, welcome back. We're going to be starting off with step 25. The back wall is finished. We're going to put that away somewhere. We're going to lift it out of the way. There you go. Out of the way. Yep. Okay, we're just going to cut to the chase here. We're going to be making the other background here and putting in some bushes. So let's get those bushes in there. We're going to switch over to the actual step 25 there. We're going to be gluing some mesh on this I guess window box thing. I don't know. I'm going to do the most inefficient way of putting this on by not measuring and just cutting. I would not recommend doing it this way. Just FYI, because it gets the job done, but it's not very precise. It's not very scientific or nothing. It's just follow the line type thing. I think it would have been better if I had measured, but I'm too lazy for that. So I'm just gonna cut away here and go to town here, not to cut too far. There it is right there. It came out pretty good. This is a very, very, very tedious there. Yeah, okay, I got one. Now, how do I do the other one? Because it's half of the thing, so I don't know. I think I'm just gonna cut the rest of it off. It's the same size anyway, so why not? It's a little bit longer, but there you go. And then I'll match it up with the other one and cut along the edge, I guess. I think that's the best way to do it. I don't know. This might not be the best way to do it, but it gets it done. So let's just kind of cut that. Okay, let's glue it on. Let's super glue the mesh on. It's very simple. It says paste, so put it on the side that says paste. Don't put it on the wrong side. Just put it on the side that says paste. So there you go. Just lost that there. We're gonna put that on, and it is on. And do your best not to glue your fingers to the piece, because it is super glue. Now, yep, as you can see, I am doing my best not to glue my fingers on there, but I kind of did. I'm gonna use tweezers just to move it around just a little bit so it'll seat in there. And there you go. That's done. Oh, it came off. Now I gotta use my fingers. Now I'm gonna pinch the corners. Yeah, I have glue on my fingers now. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Well, anyways, it's on there. This super glue is taking a little bit to dry, so that's why. See, it just stuck to my thumb there. You saw that. Okay. Well, the next one is half of it, so should go easier, I think. I don't know. At least I'll have a thing to hold on to. So let's just get that on there. I'm gonna cut it at a 45 later, and I am gluing it to my fingers. It's on your fingers. Yeah. It's not grabbing the mesh for some reason. I gave up. It's done. Let's make a car. I'm gonna make a car, and I'm gonna make a car incorrectly, because I did not read the instructions. And so I'm just going to assemble. Assembly here. That's the front. That's the back. I realized that is not correct later, so I will have to take it apart in a second. But, we're going to keep going, because I'm reading the instructions going, this does not look right. But anyways, I don't even freaking care. I just okay, well, this goes in here. And, yeah, that looks good. Now let's put it all together. And yeah, that makes a car. Push it all together. Put it all together. There you go. Squish it. Yeah. I gotta take this apart later. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yeah. There it is. Okay. And then I go and grab the other piece. There it is, right there. And then I go, wait a second. That doesn't look right. What the? Wait, that's not on the right. Okay, now I gotta take it all apart again. So let's disassemble what I assembled. It's just harder to disassemble than to assemble, just FYI, without breaking stuff. And so it does come apart. Yep. And let's read the instructions again, because Now I figured out that it goes on the other side. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. See, I just flipped it over there. Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay, let's look at the picture. The picture tells you where to put it. I'm just not reading the picture, or I'm not interpreting the picture correctly. So I just start with the roof now and work my way down because I did it wrong once. I might do it wrong twice. Who knows? And then I'm like aligning up the hood and stuff. I figured that was the wrong one. That might be the right one. There it goes. This is, yeah, okay. And then try to get that on there if you can. Flip it around. Get that to seat. Get that to sit over there. Yeah, see, I even had the wrong piece there. Okay, those kind of match, so that looks right. Okay, I'm committed now. I'm committed. It is going to make a hood or something. It's got to make some kind of a vehicle hood with, because we're making a car. There it is. I think that's a trunk. I'm still working on the front. There's the front. Yeah, that goes in there. There you go. See, it's better. That was the hood, by the way, and that is the trunk. But it looks better because now it looks like the picture. So make sure you read the instructions, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Anyways, we're going to move on. We're going to move on, putting on the bumper. And it's getting on. Oh, it flipped off. Pay no attention to that. That happens from time to time. I just messed up. So we're just going to, not even acknowledge it. We're just going to put it back on. Put it back on. It's okay. It didn't break. It just, just didn't want to go on there the first time. So there it is. Ta-da! I think it's done. Yep, there's the car. Okay, moving on to the next part. We are going to make a deer on top of the roof. All right, he gets put on top. He looks lovely. Little deer. I guess it's a buck. It's got horns, so it's a buck. All right, now we're going to make a building. Let's make a building. Okay, let's try and get that thing in there. What does that hold? It's supposed to hold in the bushes. So that's right there. That gets snapped in. There's a tree next to the building. It's like, let's give it a little depth. And yeah, okay. We're going to move on to the next section, which is the building itself. With we've already put it all together. We're just putting the stickers on there because stickers are the best. So get that sticker on there. I don't know why it's not focusing. It might be my camera work. I'm going to move it up. There we go. There, it's in focus now. There it goes. All right, that's much better. There it goes. Yeah, let's slap that on there. Make sure that stays on. It's a sticker, so it should stay on, but you never know. So there it is. There's the storefront. All right, we're going to move on to the next step here, and that is to put that piece together with the other piece that I just made. So that's the innards. So that's the inside of the building. So nobody really sees that. So it doesn't need decoration or nothing. And I just got to figure out the orientation of this thing because I am making what looks like a corner building. So let's get that on there, and then let's get the face on, which is the piece I just made, and slap it all together somehow. It's like a Lego set, kind of. You just kind of put it together and push it really hard and hope it's the right way, because getting these off is another story. It's pretty hard to do. So just got to line up the certain pieces and push it in. It takes a little bit of wiggle. There it goes. A little persuasion there. Yeah, you can get in there with finger force. It's just hard to grip it because you don't want to, hit the wrong spot and break it. So we're just gonna be, manipulating it back and forth, just slowly putting it in place. Slowly, yes, very, very slowly. And a building is now starting to emerge out of the whole mess that I made. There it is, corner building. Don't look in the inside, but a building nonetheless. We are going to be moving on and putting in some of the finishing touches on the building, which is, I think, a shelf. So there it is right there. That's the inside. So we're going to be gluing this piece on, give it some depth. I don't want to put too much glue on just because, I just want to make sure it's just on there, and if you have the glue, it kind of shiny, but it tells you not to go beyond the bottom because it's supposed to snap in. So just make sure you have that tab sticking out and just a couple inches or millimeters above it, so that and you got a couple seconds to work with it. So that's where it's gonna sit, and that is permanent, and that is the end of that one. Put it down, and there's a building, or a corner building. We'll put that away. We're gonna move on to the next piece here. We're gonna put on another building, and I managed to put the roof on upside down, but that's okay. You'll see me. Okay, there. Oh, okay. See, now that I got that, but then I put that on the wrong way. So, but you'll find out in a little bit. We're making a corner piece here, so we're just gonna snap that sucker back in if it goes in. There it is, right there. Yep. Okay, good. That piece is on. It is on. It's not coming off. It's good. We'll just leave it as that. And we're gonna move on to the next piece here, and that's gonna be the top. And this is where I realized that I have that other piece on upside down. So take it off. Yeah, see, it's like you're supposed to. Yeah, that doesn't work. Let's take that off. Yeah, let's flip that over. There you go. And that goes in like so. Yeah, and let's get that on top, and there it is right there. It's a very tight fit. Just move some stuff around. Just like be careful with some of the stuff here. It's just if you break it, then there's no real way to go back. So like, oh, I almost broke it there. Oh, relax there, buddy. Relax. Let's get that on there. Just not too much power. Just gentle nudges here and there. Nudge it in there. Oh, look at that. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. Okay. Now there's another building. Now we're gonna put the sticker on the back, or maybe we're gonna put the roof on. We're gonna put a roof on this thing, I believe. I'm trying to figure out the orientation here. The orientation is very, very critical. We'll snap that on there, and then that becomes a building there. Look at that. It's 3 sides. I think it's 3 sides because you don't need the 4th side. It goes against the wall or something, so it's okay. It's the bank. All right. Let's just make sure that it's all on there. There it is. There we go. All right. Okay, good. There's that piece. Now, where does that piece go? That piece goes on top. Okay, so we're making the second story. So that was the first story. This is the second story. Let's get that on there somehow. Swoosh it down. Get that on there. There it is. That's the back side. Nobody sees the back side, but we just gotta make sure it fits on there. There it is. There's some radio towers on the side. You didn't see me put that on there, but I did. Yeah, some of the stuff I just skipped over just because it was kind of tedious anyways. So there it is. All right, look at that. That is a building. Okay, now we're gonna switch to putting that piece on. That's just the side. We're gonna put the side on, making it a little bit more depth and a little bit more detail. There it is. Now it's an actual building. There you go. That's nice. That guy bent over, so we gotta push him back. There it is. All right, yeah. Push that in there. Yep. Get that on there. Get that on there. Yeah. Takes a lot of force without breaking it. Don't break it. Don't break it. Just there it is. Okay. Alrighty. Now we'll move on to the next part, which is the actual sticker. So we're gonna put the sticker on before we put on the back side because it hides the seam. So make sure you put the sticker on before you put that side piece on. So let's just get that on there. Get that going. There it is. There's the sign for I don't know what that is, but and then like there's gonna be like a side piece right there that goes on after. I would put that sticker on first because then you sandwich in the sticker and it won't come off. So now we're just putting the final touches on this building. It's coming together nicely. All right, there it is right there. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next piece, which is several steps ahead. We just put that side piece on there. Now we're gonna put on the camera, or like the old school camera. So it's like this big box that we're trying to put together. So there it is. That's the holder. I put it upside down. So there's like the stand for it, and then off camera I just put these two together. It's just the camera, so the box with the hole, so the camera will sit on there, and then we put on the lovely little camera like sticker. So I'm just trying to orient it so it's right. So like there's a camera that looks down, there you go, and then there's a sticker that goes on there that has the camera face. So we'll put that on there. There it is right there. Nice. There it is. Okay, good. And yep, and we're getting pretty close to the end here. So there it is. We're gonna put the signage all on here. Some of the steps I skipped just because they were just kind of annoying, and they want to repeat over and over again. So yeah, but that's a sticker for the I think that's the awning. We're putting an awning together. I'm not really sure why my camera doesn't want to focus today, but it doesn't want to. But that's the end of that. There it is right there. So yeah, and there's a couple more touches we got to do. I'm gonna be putting on some. Well, we're gonna put this like piece on. We're gonna glue it on. We're at the end here, so go ahead and give me a like, subscribe, leave me a comment or something, and we'll see you on the next one here, because we're just gonna be putting that piece all together. I put everything together, and it is about done. So bye.